Or do you want to just throw questions at you?
Just ask questions, yeah.
What's your reaction to tonight's result?
I think that the residents of Regina voted for change pretty much kind of across the board, as it would appear. I think we'll have one, maybe two returning councillors. And so, I think it's indicative of some of the other things we've seen in the city and just even kind of across North America, so to speak.
How are you feeling personally?
I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't a little bit relieved in a way. You get a life back. I'd like to think I'm still employable in some respects. I called Chad and I congratulated him, and I think he's a smart man, and so it will not be without its challenges. But in terms of faith in clearly the support that's out there for him as it relates to 30% of the population or 31% of the population, I think we've got a lot of work to do at the city. But again, he's an intelligent man, so yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it.
What did you make of the results tonight? The mayoral race specifically.
The mayoral race specifically, probably we knew the vote was going to be split. We knew the numbers were going to be split. We knew that probably months ago, and so yeah, I think Chad spoke about just the practicality of infrastructure, and there's some major projects that are underway. So yeah, I think it'll be fine.
So would you like to see the next mayor and council follow through on that, something that you started in your term?
Oh gosh, the Audit and Finance Committee, in terms of the proper reporting from the City of Regina, for sure. The infrastructure coordination that's been underway, and that needs to continue and kind of cascade down into the smaller projects. And clearly the pool project, as well as the debt set aside for the library. Those things have been waiting in the wings for over a decade. And so really to see those through over the next 4 years would be good for the city.
A lot has been made of these third parties that were involved in this campaign, and you were the target, and some of the other councillors were the target of these campaigns. What's your response to that now that the results have come out?
Yeah, for the most part, I have just tried to ignore them for the most part. I think that perhaps they worked.
Do you have any messages for the people of Regina, who you served for the last 4 years?
Oh gosh, it was an honor and a privilege to serve the citizens of Regina. Like, truly the honor of a lifetime. And in terms of the relationships developed, and it doesn't matter if it's business organizations or our tourism sites, from the Science Center to the new IW to all of the other, the relationships with First Nations chiefs that I've been able to develop. Just, again, the privilege of a lifetime. Supporting the military, local folks, supporting, our first responders. I couldn't have asked for a better job for the last 4 years.
What can you say about your supporters here tonight that came to?
They're just the best people. I did call Chad and I let him know that he can reach out as soon as he wants to, so I can start downloading some of the information in terms of the relationships that are in play and that he'll want to pay special attention to, because they really are the organizations and the volunteers, from boards of directors to just all of the community groups that we have, just really looking for making sure that there's connection with the mayor's office, because the mayor does advocate to both levels of government, and as well, again, with First Nations, with Métis, and with all of the good work that is happening in the city by folks outside of the city, organization, really making sure that those relationships kind of get picked up and passed along is really important for these folks, because they're amazing people.
What advice did you give Chad Bachynski?
Actually, all I said was this was my personal cell phone number and he could reach out as soon as he wanted to, and I would have him up to the office and start downloading anything he wanted to know. I'd be happy to share in terms of, and again, probably those key relationships who really move the city. And it doesn't matter if it's the Downtown Business Improvement District, it doesn't matter if it's the folks who actually build our city, and who in the government has been especially helpful. We're happy to pass all of those contacts along to make sure he can just pick up, and that the city of Regina doesn't, move backwards at all.
I think right now, obviously it's still fresh, but maybe what's next?
That's a great question. I get my life back. I'm gonna go drink a beer and enjoy it immensely. In all honesty, I have 4 adult children. I have 2 grandchildren. You saw a couple of them You saw them running around here tonight. Really kind of looking at what's available out there. I know there's lots, and so getting just a bit more of my post work time after 5 o'clock for most people. It's been 6 days a week, a lot for ever since the pandemic ended. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I have been invited to Mexico, to Phoenix, to Palm Springs, and to New Orleans so far tonight.
Anything else you want to add or get out there?
No.
Highlight of the last 4 years?
What's that?
Highlights of the last 4 years?
Oh gosh, I can't pick just one. I think I will say the relationships that you get to develop and that you get to make connections with on behalf of the city are incredible. And again, we have so many businesses and organizations and individuals in this city who are trying to make the city a better place. They're trying to become the city that it can be. Sometimes you need to get out of their way, and sometimes you need to advocate for them when they need help. I just think all of the people that I've been able to meet, and sometimes they're just, citizens who may call in with a complaint that you're able to help, but oftentimes they're folks that are doing really big things that literally change the face of our city. It's just been an absolute honor and a privilege.